I am continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a little bit as I move along. And today, my son has decided to join us. Say hi. Say hi. Anyways, he's promised to be quiet while we read, but he wants to be on camera with us. So, we are reading in Judges. This is chapter 9. Let's see, how long of a chapter? This is a long chapter, so we'll have to split it into two videos. Gideon's son Abimelech is made king. He slays his 70 brothers. Jotham tells a parabolic fable of trees choosing a king. Shechemites conspire against Abimelech. He is slain at Thebez. And Abimelech, the son of Jerubbaal, went to Shechem unto his mother's brethren, and communed with them, and with all the family of the house of his mother's father, saying, Speak, I pray you, in the ears of all the men of Shechem, whether is better for you, either that all the sons of Jerubbaal, which are 70 persons, reign over you, or that one reign over you. Remember also that I am your bone and your flesh. And his mother's brethren spake of him in the ears of all the men of Shechem all these words, and their hearts inclined to follow Abimelech, for they said, He is our brother. And they gave him 70 pieces of silver out of the house of Baal-berith, and light persons which followed him. Wherewith Abimelech hired vain and light persons which followed him. Let me see the... So, vain and light, alternate Hebrew translation, empty or idle, and reckless or violent. So, there we go. Verse 5. And he went unto his father's house at Ophrah, and slew his brethren, the sons of Jerubbaal, being 70 persons, upon one stone. Notwithstanding yet Jotham, the youngest son of Jerubbaal, was left, for he hid himself. And all the men of Shechem gathered together, and all the house of Millo, and went and made Abimelech king by the plain of the pillar that was in Shechem. Now Shechem is on the it's on the west side of Jordan in Manasseh. And this is the place where Gideon's concubine was from. And that's where she lived. She didn't live in his main house. She had her own house in Shechem. So the people of Shechem agreed to make him king and gave him money, which he hired mercenaries, not good men. And they went and slaughtered his father's house, except one man. Jotham survived. Now, I gotta wonder, was Jotham warned to hide, or was it just in the confusion he was able to hide? It's a question that is not fully answered here, but he hid himself and survived, so here we go. Verse 7. And when they told it to Jotham, he went and stood in the top of Mount Gerizim, and lifted up his voice, and cried, and said unto them, Hearken unto me, ye men of Shechem, that God may hearken unto you. The trees went forth on a time to anoint a king over them. And they said unto the olive tree, Reign thou over us. But the olive tree said unto them, Should I leave my fatness, wherewith by me they honor God and man, and go to be promoted over the trees? And the trees said to the fig tree, Come thou and reign over us. But the fig tree said unto them, Should I forsake my sweetness and my good fruit, and go to be promoted over the trees? Then said the trees unto the vine, Come thou and reign over us. And the vine said unto them, Should I leave my wine, which cheereth God and man, and go to be promoted over the trees? Then said all the trees unto the bramble, Come thou and reign over us. And the bramble said unto the trees, If in truth ye anoint me king over you, then come and put your trust in my shadow. And if not, let fire come out of the bramble and devour the cedars of Lebanon. Now therefore, if ye have done truly and sincerely, in that ye have made Abimelech king, and if ye have dealt well with Jerubbaal and his house, and have done unto him according to the deserving of his hands, for my father fought for you, and adventured his life far, and delivered you out of the hand of Midian. And ye are risen up against my father's house this day, and have slain his sons 70 persons upon one stone, and have made Abimelech, the son of his maidservant, king over the men of Shechem, because he is your brother. If ye then have dealt truly and sincerely with Jerubbaal and with his house this day, then rejoice ye in Abimelech, and let him also rejoice in you. But if not, let fire come out from Abimelech and devour the men of Shechem and the house of Millo. And let fire come out from the men of Shechem and from the house of Millo and devour Abimelech. And Jotham ran away and fled and went to Beer and dwelt there for fear of Abimelech his brother. I like this parable that he gives. The 3 good trees, no, of course the vine, that's the grapevine, so it's not really a tree. But it's like this, they ask the olive, the fig, and the vine to rule over them, and they all know their place. They know what they're good for, and they know that they have no right to be the king of the trees. Why should we leave what we have? Why should we leave what God has given us to make ourselves lords over others? But the bramble, which is the annoying weed, he's willing to make himself king because he has nothing better to do. He doesn't see himself as being good. He doesn't see himself in the way God created him, but he wants to lord himself over others. That's what brambles do. They get into things. They're weeds that insinuate themselves onto other plants. But I love this thing saying, if this is a good thing, if you've done right, if you are just in what you are doing, then God will bless you. But if not, then Abimelech will destroy you, and you will destroy Abimelech. I love that parable. Now, does this mean that Jotham was an actual prophet? No, but he was gifted with prophecy in this moment. So, let us read just a little bit more here. Verse 22. When Abimelech had reigned 3 years over Israel, then God sent an evil spirit between Abimelech and the men of Shechem. And the men of Shechem dealt treacherously with Abimelech, that the cruelty done to the 70 sons of Jerubbaal might come, and their blood be laid upon Abimelech their brother, which slew them, and upon the men of Shechem, which have aided him in the killing of his brethren. And the men of Shechem set liers in wait for him in the top of the mountains, and they robbed all that came along that way by them, and it was told Abimelech. And Gaal, the son of Ebed, came with his brethren, and went over to Shechem, and the men of Shechem put their confidence in him. And they went out into the fields, and gathered their vineyards, and trode the grapes, and made merry, and went into the house of their God, and did eat and drink, and cursed Abimelech. And Gaal, the son of Ebed, said, Who is Abimelech, and who is Shechem, that we should serve him? Is not he the son of Jerubbaal? And Zebul, his officer, served the men of Hamor, the father of Shechem. For why should we serve him? And would to God these people were under my hand, then would I remove Abimelech. And he said to Abimelech, Increase thine army, and come out. So, Abimelech reigns as king for 3 years. Now, he's not king over all of Israel. He is king over the people of Shechem and possibly the surrounding area in Manasseh. But he's definitely not king over all Israel. And after 3 years, the men who helped him become king are now turning against him. And they set men in wait to rob everybody in the mountains. And then Gaal, the son of Ebed, wins favor with them, and they set him up. And he gets his army and says, Why should we serve Abimelech, and why should we serve Shechem? Let us make our own way. And he challenges Abimelech. He says, Bring out your armies, and we'll fight. And we'll pick this story up in the next video. We're going to end it here.